The Albert Hall is a stunningly beautiful 19th century monument sitting like a jewel in the middle of the Ram Nivas garden just outside the walled city. It has housed a magnificent museum of ancient art objects and superb specimens of local crafts of the 19th century for about 150 years. Rajasthan government undertook a major renovation in 2007 and it was thrown open to the public a year later. Today it receives over 2,000 visitors daily, which makes it the most frequented museum in India. It was Queen Victoria's son, Prince Albert, who visited Jaipur in 1876 and laid a foundation stone for a public hall. Later, it was decided that Albert Hall would house a museum, and a young British architect, Swinton Jacob, won the competition for designing the monument. The architecture of the Albert Hall is a unique combination of Rajput, Mughal, and British styles in one monument. The fusion of these styles came to be known as Indo-Saracenic. The impressive collection of artifacts for the museum made by Thomas Henley, the curator, was then located at the museum. Henley, the curator of the museum, was in fact a surgeon attached to the Jaipur Darbar in the 19th century. But his passion was the preservation and revival of the local traditional crafts. He therefore collected art objects from all over India and neighboring countries. The aim was to present the craftsmen with the finest examples of arts and crafts in which they were skilled, to inspire them to perfect the quality of their work. The many frescoes that filled the hallways and corridors were created to familiarize the people of Jaipur with the culture and civilizations of the world so that they could compare it with their own. Thus, as you wander through the courtyards, you will see murals drawn from a variety of cultures and ancient civilizations. Visitors find the courtyard a fascinating spot for relaxing and taking photos. The central fountain is Mughal. The arches are Gothic, with no two columns holding them up having the same floral or vegetal carvings. Look at the panels above the arches. Each one has a quotation inscribed in Hindi, Sanskrit or English from the scriptures, literature and poetry. We are now here in the Great Hall, which houses the rare 17th century Persian garden carpet, which is the most magnificent carpet of its kind in the world. It was acquired by the Maharaja in 1632 from Kermen in Iran. One of Henley's primary concerns was to preserve the art of metalwork, for which Jaipur was famous, involving engraving, etching, carving and repousse. This magnificent brass shield combines the imagery of miniature painting with the mastery of metalwork to tell stories of the great Hindu epic, the Ramayana. Rajasthan is an ancient desert land where for centuries Rajput kings and princes ruled kingdoms. They were formidable in battle, and war was a way of life for them. As a result of this culture of warfare, the finest decorative work in metal was applied to the ornamentation of arms and armor. This mummy is over 2,300 years old. It is believed to be the body of a priestess who lived in Egypt during the rule of the Ptolemaic dynasty around 300 BC. It was brought by the Maharaja in 1887 from Cairo. Here we also have ceramics collected by Henley from Central Asia, Europe and the Far East. See these superb specimens of Doulton, Wedgwood and Minton ware and Hungarian masterpieces of Zolsnay pottery. The gallery has a range of sculptures from the Gandhara school to Abaneri, Chakshu and Narhar in Rajasthan of the 8th, 10th and 12th centuries. It is a favorite gallery with foreign tourists. We see a guide explaining a sculpture to a group of tourists. Albert Hall's collection of 19th century Indian pottery is the finest in India, collected painstakingly by the then curator Henley to inspire potters in Jaipur. Jaipur is famous for its glazed blue pottery made of quartz. It was a skill developed at the Jaipur School of Art in 1866. There are various themes and designs used to decorate the pottery. You will see the palace scene on the jug in the corner and the twirling shapes of flowers on the vases. The section also has examples of pottery from other regions like Bombay, Sindh, Patan, Bengal, Madras, Multan, Delhi and Rampur. This gallery showcases the fabulous art of miniature paintings. The paintings are arranged according to themes. Let us wander around the room. Here are scenes from Krishna's Rasik Priya series, depicting love, separation and romance. Here we see illustrated the romantic tale of Prithviraj Chauhan and Samyukta, whom he abducted from Kannauj. Here again are superb depictions from the Bhagavad Gita. There are also very interesting paintings from the Panchatantra tales of animals. Jaipur has been famous for its sculptors who worked on marble to produce images of numerous Indian gods and goddesses for temples across India. These figures were sculpted in the 19th century by the famous clay modelers of Krishnagar. For centuries, this town in West Bengal has used clay to portray the vocations of Indian craftsmen, the different castes and classes of people, and figures of gods from the myths. Henley also collected figures of sadhus and yogis of different sects performing yogic postures. Our tour has taken us back to the 19th century when the museum was conceived to inspire artisans to preserve their skills. Tourists have roamed these galleries for more than 150 years, admiring the arts and crafts of India, even as we have done today. We have now come to the end of the tour, which we hope you have enjoyed.